Have you ever wondered if it's possible to find true love again in your golden years? Meet David, a 65-year-old widower whose heartfelt journey into late-life romance ended in an unexpected divorce after just 5 days of marriage. His story reveals a profound truth about relationships in our senior years, one that might surprise you, challenge your assumptions, and potentially save you from similar heartbreak. Today, we'll explore the hidden complexities of finding love after 60, from navigating changing bodies to managing family dynamics. Whether you're considering remarriage or supporting someone who is, these insights could transform how you view late-life relationships. Share your city below and hit subscribe for more life wisdom. Now, let's uncover the real challenges that nobody talks about when it comes to senior romance. 1. The hidden challenges of late-life romance. Times have changed, haven't they? These days, finding love in your golden years isn't just possible. It's becoming the new normal. More and more of us are opening our hearts to new relationships after 60. In fact, recent studies show that nearly 7 out of 10 seniors who've been married before are willing to give love another chance. As my friend Dr. Sarah Thompson often tells her older patients, love doesn't have an expiration date. But here's the thing, while dating after 60 might sound easier, after all, we're wiser now, right? It comes with its own special set of challenges. And believe me, they're not the ones you might expect. As someone who's spent years helping senior couples, I've seen how surprising these hurdles can be. Think about it. We're not the same people we were at 30 or 40. Our bodies have changed. Our daily routines are different. And let's be honest, we've got full lives already, complete with grown children, grandkids, and retirement plans. Trying to blend all of that with someone else's life? It's like trying to solve a puzzle where both people have different ideas of what the final picture should look like. The numbers tell us something interesting. While more than half of seniors want to find love again, less than half of these new marriages make it past the 5-year mark. Why? Well, as Dr. Lisa Martinez puts it in plain terms, it's not just about finding someone to share your life with. It's about dealing with real-world concerns like health issues, family reactions, and maintaining your independence. Many of my older friends have shared their worries with me. What will my kids think? How do I handle my own money? What if my new partner's health needs become too demanding? These aren't just passing concerns, they're real issues that affect most senior relationships. And here's something we don't talk about enough. Our social circles change too. Old friends might drift away, and making new ones as a couple isn't always easy. As one of my patients recently told me, it's like starting a whole new chapter. But some of the characters from your old story don't want to come along. This brings us to David's story, a tale that might make you nod in recognition or raise your eyebrows in surprise. His 5-day marriage might seem unusual, but trust me, it teaches us something valuable about finding love later in life. 2. David's journey, a 5-day marriage. For 30 years, David built a life filled with love alongside his first wife, Sarah. Their marriage wasn't perfect, no marriage is, but it was built on understanding, respect, and genuine care for each other. We grew together, David recalls, his voice softening. We learned each other's habits, embraced our differences, and created a life that felt like home. But life had other plans. When Sarah passed away suddenly at 59, David found himself navigating a world that felt eerily quiet. Their 3-bedroom house in Portland, once filled with family dinners and weekend gatherings, became a space filled with memories and silence. At first, I convinced myself I was fine alone, he shares. My kids were grown, I had my routines, and I thought that was enough. For 5 years, David lived this way. He kept busy with his woodworking hobby, joined a local hiking group, and had regular Sunday dinners with his children when they could make it. But as time passed, the evenings grew longer, and the silence became heavier. You know what's hardest, he confides. Having no one to share the small moments with. a funny story from the day, a beautiful sunset, or just someone to sit with during morning coffee. That's when Linda entered his life. They met at a community center dance class. She was teaching, he was trying to stay active. At 62, Linda carried herself with grace and warmth that immediately caught David's attention. She was witty, independent, and shared his love for classic movies. Their connection felt natural, almost effortless. "We dated for 8 months," David explains. "Everything seemed perfect. We enjoyed the same activities, had similar values, and our adult children got along well. Marriage felt like the logical next step." They planned a small ceremony, just family and close friends. David even made sure to discuss practical matters. They agreed to keep their finances separate, but share household expenses. But reality hit hard just days after the wedding. The issue? Something neither had anticipated during their courtship: David's body odor, a natural change that comes with aging. Linda found it overwhelming, despite David's meticulous hygiene routine. "I showered twice daily, used expensive cologne, changed clothes frequently." Nothing helped, David remembers with a mix of frustration and embarrassment. Linda tried to be diplomatic at first, suggesting different soaps and air fresheners. But by the third night, she was sleeping in the guest room. "The hardest part wasn't the problem itself," David reflects. "It was feeling rejected for something I couldn't control, something that was just part of aging." Their communication quickly broke down. Linda felt guilty about her reaction but couldn't adapt. David felt humiliated and defensive. By day 5, they both realized they'd made a mistake. The marriage that had started with such hope ended with quiet paperwork and separate paths. Looking back, David says thoughtfully, "We rushed into marriage thinking companionship would conquer all obstacles. But living together reveals truths that dating can hide. It's not just about loving someone, it's about accepting them completely, changes and all." Today, David approaches life differently. He's not bitter about the experience, just wiser. He still dates occasionally, but takes things slowly, being more open about the realities of aging and the importance of testing compatibility in real-life situations before making major commitments. "The funny thing is," he adds with a gentle smile, "that 5-day marriage taught me more about love than my years of dating ever did." Sometimes the shortest chapters contain the biggest lessons. As we reflect on David's story, it becomes clear that successful late-life relationships require more than just emotional connection. They demand honest conversations about aging, acceptance of natural changes, and a deep understanding that love in our golden years looks different than it did in our youth. 3. Beyond physical changes, the real keys to senior relationships. David's story opens a door to a deeper conversation about what really matters in senior relationships. Yes, physical changes like his situation can create unexpected challenges, but they're just the tip of the iceberg. Let's talk about what truly makes or breaks relationships in our later years. First, let's face an uncomfortable truth. Our bodies will change, and not always in ways we can control. A geriatric nurse once told me something profound. The bodies we live in at 65 are telling stories of every year we've lived. These changes, whether it's body odor, decreased mobility, or health conditions, aren't flaws. They're chapters in our life story. But here's what experienced couples have discovered. Successful senior relationships aren't built on physical perfection. They're built on something far more powerful: radical acceptance. Take Tom and Barbara, who met at 70. When Barbara's arthritis meant she could no longer enjoy their shared passion for dancing, Tom didn't pull away. Instead, they found new ways to connect, starting a weekly movie club in their community. "We had to reimagine what date night looked like," Barbara shares, and somehow it became even more meaningful. Communication takes on new importance too. "It's not just about talking more," explains relationship counselor Mary Peterson. "It's about talking differently." Successful senior couples learn to discuss everything from health concerns to financial worries with both honesty and sensitivity. They understand that vulnerability isn't weakness, it's the foundation of trust. Money matters needs special attention. Unlike younger couples building a life together, seniors often bring complex financial histories, retirement plans, and family obligations. The most successful couples address these issues head-on. They're not just talking about daily expenses, they're discussing inheritance plans, healthcare costs, and how to maintain individual financial independence while building a life together. Here's something crucial that often gets overlooked: maintaining your identity. The healthiest senior relationships don't try to recreate past marriages or completely merge lives. Instead, they respect each person's established routines, friendships, and interests. As one successful couple puts it, we're partners in life, not replacements for who we used to be. Family dynamics require delicate navigation too. Adult children might struggle with seeing a parent in a new relationship. The key? Patient communication and firm boundaries. Successful couples make it clear that while family remains precious, they have the right to pursue their own happiness. Perhaps most importantly, realistic expectations become the cornerstone of lasting relationships. The most satisfied couples understand that love in later life isn't about recapturing youth. It's about creating something new, something that honors who they are now. Think of it like this: we're not looking for a perfect match anymore. We're looking for a compatible companion who understands that life has seasoned us all differently. And that's exactly what makes our connections richer and more meaningful. As we move forward to explore how to build a fulfilling life with or without a partner, remember this: the key to senior relationships isn't fighting age-related changes. It's about embracing them together with understanding, patience, and a shared commitment to making each day count. 4. Building a fulfilling life with or without marriage. After exploring the complexities of senior relationships, let's talk about something equally important: creating a rich, meaningful life regardless of your relationship status. Because here's a truth worth embracing: happiness in our golden years isn't dependent on finding a romantic partner. Remember Joan? At 72, she decided against remarrying after 2 years of dating. I realized I was looking for someone to fill an emptiness, she tells me. But then I discovered something amazing. I could fill that space myself. Today, Joan leads a weekly painting class at her local community center, travels with a senior adventure group, and says she's never felt more alive. The secret lies in understanding that companionship comes in many forms. Think about it. We can build deep connections through friendships, community involvement, and family ties. Many seniors find incredible fulfillment in mentoring younger generations, joining social clubs, or volunteering. These connections often provide the emotional support and sense of purpose we might otherwise seek in marriage. Independence becomes a source of pride, not loneliness. Take George, who transformed his empty nest into a vibrant home workshop where he teaches woodworking to his grandchildren. "Every morning I wake up excited about my projects," he says. "Sure, sometimes I miss having a partner, but I've learned to appreciate the freedom to shape my days exactly as I choose." Maintaining family bonds takes on new meaning too. Instead of depending solely on your children for support and company, try building adult relationships with them. Regular video calls, shared hobbies, or even traveling together can create deeper connections while respecting everyone's independence. As one wise grandmother put it, "I want my kids to visit because they want to, not because they feel they have to take care of me." Financial independence deserves special attention. Whether single or partnered, having control over your resources brings peace of mind. Consider taking that class on retirement planning, joining an investment club, or consulting with a financial advisor who specializes in senior finances. Knowledge is power, especially when it comes to securing your future. Most importantly, keep growing. Learn that language you've always been curious about. Start that garden you've been dreaming of. Join that dance class you've been eyeing. Personal growth doesn't stop with age. It just takes new and exciting forms. Remember, choosing to remain single doesn't mean choosing to be alone. It means being selective about how and with whom you share your life. As David learned from his brief marriage, sometimes the bravest choice is recognizing that we're complete on our own. Whether you're considering remarriage, enjoying the dating scene, or embracing solo living, the key is to build a life that feels authentic to you. Because in the end, the most important relationship we have is the one with ourselves. As we wrap up our journey through the complexities of finding love later in life, remember this: there's no single right path for everyone. Whether David's 5-day marriage story resonated with you, or you found yourself nodding along with Joan's choice to embrace independence, what matters most is making choices that honor your authentic self. Love after 60 isn't about filling an empty space or recreating past relationships. It's about understanding yourself, accepting life's changes, and making conscious choices about how you want to spend your golden years. Sometimes that means finding a new partner. Sometimes it means discovering that you're already complete.